use Huawei Cloud EI products to develop innovation applications. I can introduce myself. Now I'm Richard Lee. I'm the director of. If you want to join us, our ecosystem to do more applications and join our ecosystem to show your product, you join our competition, or maybe if you win a prize, or we can use your case and promote your case to more. Welcome you to join this conference. Available, yes. The recording will be available for later. Okay. I will introduce what is EI. Okay. This means enterprise intelligence. E means enterprise. I means intelligence. So this is our department's name, and it will include two parts. One is AI, is artificial intelligence, and one is big data. For example, I can show our website. Okay, you can see here. And if you want to see some products, okay, here's AI. So for example, Model Arts or OCR, something that this is AI part is included EI department. And this was, for example, a BI, business intelligence, or big data. For example, data lake insight, or for example, MRS, MapReduce service. Maybe you heard of this. This part is big data part. So EI, this department have two kinds of technologies. One is AI, and that is So use our services and our products. If you want to use AI, maybe you heard of this general APIs. It's called AGR, for example, or some face detection or moderation, something. It's standardized service. If you want to use this, it's very simple. You just see the documentation and read for example, you can use PI code. Have AI ability. They usually use these general APIs, but sometimes you find one very suitable for your applications. So maybe we have some advanced APIs, and the advanced APIs they can be found on our website. So I will choose everyone to introduce you. You can see what suitable for you, and then some customers, they from different they are from different different industry. For example, a city, or internet, or home, vehicle manufacturing. So we see many different kinds of scenarios at different kinds of industry, and they'll do some pre-integrated solutions for them, and we cooperate with them to do some solutions and deliver to their customer. So this is our business. And then essential platform service. For example, Huawei have some compute power. For example, Ascent. Okay, Ascent 310 or Ascent 910 is Huawei self-made the computer power is like GPU, and some GPUs not Huawei's product, but we can use our own or to do some AI applications development. And then if you want to build an AI application or do some development, you should use open source AI framework. For example, maybe you have heard of TensorFlow or PyTorch, Rust, etc. Okay, and Huawei have our own open source AI framework. Its name's MindSport. So this is Huawei's product. It's open source. Then Model Arts, it's AI platform. The platform, in this platform, you develop your applications online on this Huawei cloud. So it's a public account. For example, MindSport or TensorFlow, PyTorch. There are so many frameworks you can use then in Model Arts, and you can use, for example, Ascend computer power or GPU or CPU. So Model Arts is a platform. It includes the AI framework and some AI compute power, and there are some functions. Let me introduce later. So in EI, in this depart, we have many platforms and many services and platforms, APIs, and pre-integrated solutions. Many functions there. So you can visit our product. For example, okay, Model Arts. If you click here, you can see overview and some features. Okay, we have some features, and there are some application scenarios, cases. Okay, so as I show my screen, so you can see many products in Huawei Cloud. This is our console page. So if you want to know where is our product, you can see, for example, I can in our console here. Here's console. Click here and enter to console. Hong Kong. In our international regions, we have some, for example, Hong Kong and Bangkok, Singapore. I recommend Hong Kong or Singapore. The Model Arts edition here is latest, and yeah. So we recommended Hong Kong or Singapore region to use. So here you can see service list. There are so many services: compute, storage, networking, something. So EI, enterprise intelligence here. If you want to use it, you can pin. Okay, here is a pin. You can pin it to the list in the. And for example, OCR. If you want OCR service, you can pin it. So you can find them here. If you want to use analytics, BI or something, data lake, governance center, or data lake insight, something might reduce. Okay, you can visit here. So many service, you can use all of our cloud services in this competition. But I'm from EI department, so I introduced AI part. Okay, to you. Okay, so. I'm not sure your team if your team use AI ability, or how familiar with you with AI, how are you familiar with AI? So maybe my introduction is fundamental, but sorry. Okay. AI, the development of artificial intelligence is more than 50 years. Okay, it's very long history. Some difficulties. For example, if you want use AI or develop AI, the first thing the first difficult is algorithm update is very difficult. For example, from 2011 to 2020, there are so many algorithms, annual algorithm iteration above 100. So if you know one algorithm, then maybe 1 year or 2 years later, it upgraded, and we should keep pace on, and we should go with the algorithm. So it's some people say if you know how to develop AI, then your salary or your company valuation is very high. Maybe it's true because it's harder to join this development. But one is the skill. One is the skill is very difficult. The second is the power, compute power. Okay, AI compute power scarcity. For example, if you want to use GPU or something, train a model or deploy a model, you should have GPU by yourself, and you should buy, for example, a GPU card or buy some resource. Then, for example, if you use BERT, your cost is above 150,000. Okay, so in the industry, there, if you want to get some AI compute power, the cost is very costly, but the requirement, for example, GPT-3 or many many models, they use much computer power. Okay, so there's a huge gap, and for example, if you from different kinds, you can see United States, there are many authors. Okay, AI authors. One is China, and third is United Kingdom. So the people, the talent distribution in many countries. So we want to deal with this problem, and I think a low barrier, low code or no code platform is good to everyone. So we want to we want you use it for everyone. And Model Arts is launched in 2018. Okay, 4 years ago, and I joined this department years ago. So the Model Arts, we think this can lower our barrier to AI development. For example, if you want to if model yourself in your scenario, and you don't want to use so-called AGI APIs, okay, then you should have your own data. So if you want to develop AI, one thing, the first thing is you should have data. The data, the second one is you should have your algorithm. Okay, you should develop your algorithm. You should train by your data and algorithm to train to a model. Okay, so model training, you some computer power to support to make the model training, and then if you have many models, for example, there are some versions update or some model trees. You should manage the model. For example, you use different addition, different version of data, different version of algorithm, or some fine tune, different kinds of fine tune to train your model. So you should have management to your model, and then you should test and use your model, deploy your model. Then if you deploy the model, you can use the model called the API. So this is the procedure to develop an AI application. Okay, and let me see. Okay, I will try it. So we launched our models in 2018. Okay, and nowadays we have the functions are can visit and can use by models. For example, I can show my models. You can see the console. See dashboard. Okay, so if you want to use for data management, then you can you can create a data set. Okay, the data set, and label the data. If you create a data set and then you put the data into the data set, and you should label the data. And you can create your labeling team. For example, if you have if you have many data, then for 10 or 20 people collaboration to label the data. Okay, so data management is here, and dev environment. You can open an open source Jupyter notebook we deploy in our Model Ask. So if you open this notebook, then you can create one. Okay, and now I don't have the configuration. So now I cannot use this because I use I don't have the configuration now. And then you can create a notebook here. And then you can match your algorithm and train here you can train the models. Okay, so here's training job. And then if you train, if complete the training, then you can AI application management here. Okay, so here you can create your application, and then your application should deploy on cloud service, and you can use the API. For example, it's a RESTful API to use the service. Okay, so here on the cloud, need to have a computer and link to the internet, and you don't have offline. You don't have buy any offline compute power. Okay, so you just need to use this, and if you use the computer power here, and you just to like a rent, so it's not so costly. Okay. Okay, so maybe you can try the you to build your own model. Okay. Then if you want to use some other, for example, OCR search, OCR is to recognize the character. Okay. Then, for example, passport, or for example, Myanmar ID card, or Hong Kong ID card, some some document, you can recognize the. Okay. So if you want to use this, I will introduce later. Okay. So back to my slides. You should have your data and use smartwatch to do the processing. And if you say I don't know the algorithm, so how do I help us? We have some functions for different kinds level AI. Okay, for example, if you are you're from you are not you're not professional, or if you are not professional, then you can use some preset algorithm, and you just choose the preset algorithm, and we will pre-fine tune the algorithm. You just use it, and you don't have to. You just have so this is very easy for us, and we have sorry. Sorry. We have auto yes, this one EXE ML or ML is machine learning. If you use this function, then you just put data in here, and you don't have to choose any algorithm. You just use it, and in some scenario, for example, you should use image class detection. You just use it, and you don't have to develop algorithm. Then this is for the beginner. Okay, this is for the beginner. So okay. Okay, so here is our workflow. Okay, and then okay, let me check. If you are not just a beginner, maybe you should want to use some IDE. Okay, integrated development environment. Okay, and for example, if you are an AI developer, then you can use the PyCharm. This ID is PyCharm, and then maybe you use VS Code. Okay, so we have plugins for PyCharm and for VS Code. So if you want to develop in your ID, and so many developers they like to use their own ID instead of online ID. So you can use this plugin, and you can develop offline on your computer, and you can click to train on the cloud on the model arts. So we have this extension. Okay, and this code 11, so-called notebook, Jupyter notebook. So if you want use the environment, development environment on the cloud, you can use Model Arts Code Lab, and it's very convenient. You just for example, you see for example, here's object detection, your V3 practice. For example, you see this case, and this case is a gallery. Okay. Later I will introduce what is AI gallery. Okay, AI gallery, maybe you can image that is a code open source project in GitHub. And AI gallery, we put so many official or community AI cases. You see a notebook in AI gallery, and here is the red bar is run in Model Arts. Okay, run in Model Arts. Then you will enter in the Model Arts page, notebook page. create an container to run this notebook. So it's a notebook run on Model S. So it's better choose for example, just GPU or some different kinds of configuration. So to do some GPU training or deploying on Model S. Okay. So here we have Model S IDE, Code Lab, and we have Studio and some plugins, and then Model S and okay. And the workflow, we have two types. One is we should do development. One is running. So this workflow I mentioned before. For example, data labeling, data processing, model training, evaluation, application generation, then inference deployment in the last service monitoring. So if you you make your service online, then your user they do something and trigger the inference. So so your service will contain AI ability here. So here's our orchestration and I mentioned before data center operation, those image and some customized. Okay. In Model S, if you are an advanced developer that have machine learning, deep learning, or reinforcement learning, something here you to make your AI application. So Model S, we have so many ongoing functions. For example, we we make computer power. We unleash the computer power scarcity, and we have one large model. It's named called Pangu. Okay, Pangu. It's a Chinese okay, Pangu. And if you want to try Pangu models now, just we will release it in the future in the international model. Is a retrained and you can use little or you don't have too many data, but you can use Pangu model to build your own model. Okay. And then we have some industry or domain suits. If you belong to, for example, education or health or financial or some manufacturing, we have focus on some industry domain suits, and you can use the suits to your we cultivate AI talent and develop industry ecosystem. If your work is good and for example you win a prize, then we will make your work into AI gallery to show to other developers, and they can see, maybe they can use, or you can sell, maybe you can sell in our AI market in the AI gallery. So this is our you can use some AI applications here. Okay. Then I will introduce another platform. The name is Maros Pro. Okay. What is it's Pro? It's not for professional. It's not for professional. Instead, it will for some beginner. For example, we have some uh, uh, it's an enterprise grade. Okay, it's for enterprise grade platform for industry domain suits. It's tailored to industry requirement. So Models Pro, we have some different kinds in industry domain suits use. For example, uh, a recognition of the passport or something ID, you can use the Varos Pro to use your. You don't have to develop your algorithm. You just have to use it. Insert input the data and output the of the model. You just have to label and label. There are some labeling tool, dictionary tools or policy tools, etc. And we have some template. Okay, so you can use the template to your model. So here are, for example, text suit, OCR, NLP, KG is knowledge graph, a knowledge graph. So these suits will for enterprise and industry AI development atomic model. Okay. So maybe there are some case later. Okay. Sorry. Okay. The AI gallery. You can see there are so many content in the AI gallery. Now the the China region AI gallery is there are so many contents here, and the international region is building now. So maybe if you now visit the international region, there are not so many content, but if you can if you can available to China region, there are so many, for example, learning materials, practice cases. There are so many AI applications here, their notebooks or their algorithms, something. And there are so many domain. Okay, so we collect many use case and then we uh, collaborate with us to share their use case here. So maybe there are some notebook data algorithm model, something data set here. Okay, and the publish, for example, some is published by official, or some are our community. They create some AI assets and publish to AI gallery. And then for want to use some assets here, you can subscribe, okay, and use the AI assets. So if you can do some debugging, labeling, management, and model evaluation, in the end, you can deploy your model here. So AI gallery is a very big project, and we're welcoming you to use and to share your AI assets here. Here's the introduction, but right now it's for customer, the customer with some uh, uh, with some data. So and now the competition, maybe you cannot use this function. Okay, interested how to use it, you can have a trial. You can contact us and have a trial. Okay, this is AI Garu. So as I mentioned before, maybe I should uh, uh, maybe it's I skip this for example because the AI Gary as you know there are some cases and some content here. So if you are a learner you can learn here. If you are a developer develop here and you can use them to implement your AI application. So for many people, customer, uh, you can use AI Diary to fit your needs. Okay. We also have some courses online. So we have certification, Huawei Cloud AI certification. But for example, for beginner, for an application engineers, we have some courses. Okay, so if you want to learn more, you can read, read, you can learn from these courses. And about us, and then I can introduce OCR. OCR. So if you want to visit OCR, this is many people use this. So I introduce here. Actually, we have so many services. We have so many services in our cloud. So here, OCR, you can, for example, I see a question. I see a question. Then files. Okay. You can recognize the text file. Okay. So you just to input your text file as the documentation. You should use the right the right way to read let the OCR service read the text file. So the birth for text or table or screenshot. Okay, this is already we already have this function, and some structural some card, Thailand, Myanmar, or some passport and the license plate. We focus on these are examples, not all. So we release some card OCR functions and other before Models Pro OCR develop kit. We have some custom templates. So you can use templates to into Models Pro. For example, it's a document just your company use inside your company, and you can put the templates into Models Pro and make the mark. For example, you should recognize the character in the blanket or in this blanket. So we use customer templates, and this is for some customized OCR function. That's the okay. Which AI framework? Okay, I see. I can reply. There are so many AI frameworks Model support. For example, let me check our document. Maybe here, okay. Because it's a very frequent answer question. So which AI framework does ModelOS support? You can see here. Okay. There are so many framework and sorry. In our dev environment, for example, here, MXNet, PyTorch, TensorFlow, and XGBoost. Okay. And the cafe, a general open source framework here is available here. So, so some supported chip and some AI engine, but on Ubuntu. Okay, so you can find you can find in the support document. Okay, so here are what you want. Okay. Okay. Let me check. What are the functions of ModelOS training and the inference? Training functions. Training functions. I'm not sure what you mean. Maybe function. Maybe you can say what functions do you want? Because I don't know the exact your meaning. And yeah, maybe if you have any questions, you can leave your message, and then let me end this slides. So if you want general OCR APIs, we have ModelOS Pro OCR developer kit. Okay, and this is some points and key technologies. Okay. And this is a description of how we how our technology to make OCR works. Okay. And then they will JSON TXT. So maybe it's a example here. You can use for example scanner to scan your passport or ID card, and maybe you can use iPhone or other to get a picture, and then you can use OCR to make the recognition, and then you can store it in our database, or you can handle something. Okay, here. So it's a workflow here, and this is the high-speed train, the ticket of high-speed train. Okay, so one, this is ModelOS Pro. You can see here the highlight. Okay, the blue highlight here. You can select the area. Okay, use your mouse, select the area. The area is I want to extract the word here. Okay, so you can see here is the template and the output. For example, here the right is the goal, and where you going is your goal. So you can see the amount. For example, 144 here. We choose it here. So this is the online testing. Okay. So you just choose the template and select the area. okay, in your mouth. And here's banking credit business. If you bank have some sheet to you, this is the same of the ticket. You just to choose your sheet and the content. Okay. Okay. Logistic is the same. Okay. So this is insurance. Okay, insurance claim. So OCRs they can use in many scenarios and replace the traditional way to make the more efficient. Okay. Yeah. And here's a quick and maybe you can see the demo. Okay, here. Yeah, you can registration and take a photo of your ID card. Okay, so here's the photo. Okay, okay. Then we can extract the info on the ID card. And this is facial recognition. Okay. We also have facial recognition APIs. So the ends, okay. So it's just a demo. So you can do you can build a demo and with AI application to make them complete. Okay. So okay, I introduced the OCR like that, but maybe you can try more on our website. Yeah. So and do you have any questions? Your message or open your mic. Okay.
Hello.
Hello, please.
Hello, Mr. Lin.
Yeah.
I can speak Chinese.
Okay.
我就是说想问一下，
Okay.
他这个OCR， 你们是在编译端还是云端的 OCR？ 服务？
这个 OCR, this OCR is run on the cloud. Run on the cloud. Yeah. If you want to use this to run offline, we have OCR a machine. This machine. Customer, because some customer they don't want to upload their data to the cloud. Yeah. So we have solution to is a OCR machine offline.
Okay. The second question, the OCR, the probability that it will recognize wrongly. How
sometimes. It depends. 就是不一定啊，这个 it depends. For example, if you use this API or Models Pro, then you should test any application, AI application, you should test. So if you want to deliver to your customer and they want to guarantee the right. So that is the difficulty. One of the difficulty of AI application, because you should here, for example, you should test and monitoring your service. If you something wrong, then you should know that, and you should make it it depends your data and your model, and you don't sometimes you cannot just use your API. sometimes you should use model arts to create your own model because sometimes this is more accurate.
If it got like in AI, when you make mistake, so I can retrain it. So do you have that kind of solutions that if like my OCR is not working, for example, this letter it should recognize like this.
The solution, but this is a development is a development method. For example, if we want to deliver to our customer, then we will have some testing method to prove the accuracy.
Okay.
Yeah, because you use the methodology to test your accuracy. Then the customer they cannot blame you after your delivery, right? So sometimes yeah. So
it should first pass. It should first pass some certification, then you can build it.
I'm not sure if the certification is available in your country, but sometimes we will make the third party to guarantee to test, and they will is above the 1% accuracy, but ourselves we do this ourselves. We should we should do the test first.
Another question, that face recognition. Like for example, if I if I want to apply it for example for opening the lock of my chat.
Yeah.
A face like.
For example.
For example, like. yeah. No, not twins. Like because face recognition thing, like face became a key.
Yeah.
So my face is not closed. Everybody can see. You can generate like there is some kind of apps now. It's called face fakers. They can fake your face.
Yeah.
So how accurate is it?
It's not a simple solution for face detection. In China, there are so many. For example, Alipay or some payment. They should detect your face and they say, oh, this is, for example, this is bomb. Their bank. For example, the offline machine. I'm not sure can I speak in Chinese, but sorry, I speak in Chinese first, but maybe someone can translate for you. 就是我们线下去做这个顶部识别的时候，是会有一些各种各样的方式来避免不同的人去这个，就是别人如果长得很像，或者是说他很多方式可以去改变。OK， 比如说对，它可能是从3D 的角度，或者是说呢，它可以从这个这台机器它所服务的人群，可能就只有1000个人、2000个人，对吧？你这台机器放在一家店就是那么多，所以说你一旦知道是这个人，比如说跟支付宝举个例子，就支付宝里面有这样的人脸，他大概认为说线下这个地区，他也知道你在哪个地区，因为那个 application 是知道你的 location， 对吧？所以你这家可不可能今天出现在北京，明天出现在深圳，后天出现在西藏？就有可能你是 travel， 但是它也可能通过你的手机的定位， 你的 application 的定位跟你实际的那个去做很多的校验，所以其实它很复杂，就是它不是说只是其中一个就是其中的要求，它还可能用别的方式来对，所以一旦有一些security 的问题的话，它也不会让你支付成功的，所以说这个其实还挺成熟的，但是有很多不同的考虑啊。
哦，我知道了，我知道了。对，那个你们只用的是人脸识别，没有用得到跟支付宝那个技术的，对吧
？We provide some APIs, but we maybe our partner they will use our APIs to build a solution like
Okay.
okay, like WeChat Pay. So yeah, with solution, but our partner will have.
Okay, I got it. Thank you very much.
Okay. So, are there any questions? Yes. What do I do if indicating that the AKSK pair is available? This is a problem, right? AKSK. You should maybe you can download your AKSK in not console, sorry. That's in the here my credentials here and the access key here. So if you your AK access key you can delete it and create a new create access key, create a new. So I don't I don't face your question. Yeah, not available. Maybe you can generate one new access key here to Nico, and then any questions? Okay, maybe moderator, you can. Yeah, there are no further questions here. Oh, yeah, yeah. Translation summary. Oh, yeah. This is translation for for your phone also, so that I was certain amount of customers. Okay, thank you for the translation. Thank you all to listen my poor English. Maybe if you have any further questions about use AI application, model or something, you can. Our team will support you to yeah to use the AI ability. Okay, that's all today. I finished. Moderator 主持人。
Hello everyone. If you have any questions now, please leave the message on the discussing board. Richard Lin is online to answer your questions.
Yes, is there any questions? Or I can maybe I can demo the the exit ML. Yeah. Yeah, because the yeah, the one audience that asked me the XML, right? Hmm.
If nobody has questions, then today's meeting is going to over. Thanks Richard Lin, and thanks for all your time and patience tonight.
Okay, goodbye.
The video will be recorded on the competition and on the competition official website. You can rewatch it on the website. And also, please join the Huawei Cloud Developer Forum to discuss any questions you're concerned about. Okay, thank you. That's all.
Thank you. Goodbye.